Alright, what's going on guys? My name is Exotic Alpha and today we're back with another league race to commentate on. We're in the 107% racing league today, which we did comps for last week as well. It was Harris there who came out on top last week in Bahrain, but what a race that was. That race was being red flagged and we did a restart there, but it was very chaotic before the red flag fell. But I think we all enjoyed it and we're hoping for more today. In Austria is a pretty decent track to drive on, not gonna lie. It's a fan favorite track for sure, and I think everyone will enjoy this race. So let's see what qualifying is. It will be a full qualifying. Last week was a short qualifying because we didn't have the numbers for it, but today we have I think 17 drivers in and we'll do a full qualifying session here today. Obviously going to start with qualifying session number 1 here, and we'll lose the two guys that are I think the 16 and 17 place. We will lose them by the end of qualifying 1, and yeah, the rest will carry on in qualifying session number 2 and 3 before they head out to the race. Session will be underway in under 10 seconds now. It's just only Harris and Race who need to ready up. Harris is coming into stream saying, "Hey buddy, what are people racing close? You should go on board with them." Yeah, I know, right? That will happen. I'll make sure that I don't miss the action there. So we'll be the first one that comes out on track here in Austria. It's two cargo, yeah, two cargo. He's looking for revenge for last week because I think he was in running for a podium spot, but he crashed it out, and yeah, that was his race being summed up in one sentence. So let's see if he's ready for it today. The Mercedes are looking very strong with Harris and 2 cargo, to be fair. It's a very strong team there. I think these two will be 2 favorites to watch out for tonight. They were very fast around the Bahrain track, as there's more guys coming out on track right now. I think there's like 7 or 8 guys on track now. We have a yellow sector 3, but it's just guys going out the pit lane, isn't it? Let's go on board with 2 cargo here for a lap around Austria. He's going towards the last turn now, as he now crossed the finish line, and he's now setting his first hot lap of this Grand Prix here in qualifying session number 1. Took that really nice. It's really easy to invalidate your lap time on there, and just in time as he's retired from the qualifying session, but he said in the chat he's going to do last to first. Very nice taking around tail as well, as we go on the 3rd straight right now. Also a very nice line there from him. I think this could be a really good lap, you know. He doesn't need to take that many risks because he knows he's fast, and we'll only lose 1 driver right now at the end of qualifying session number 2 because we already lost. I'm just in time. We I think came home in. Oh, I hope the McLaren did see 2 cargo here. Yeah, he did. What will the first lap of 2 cargo be? It will be a 1:05.7. Aston Martin crossing the finish line, I think. There's a Red Bull. Is it SG the one? Yeah, that's him. It's 1:05.0. Goes first with that. Then we have a Haas coming up. I think it's Mojang. It is Mojang. He hasn't validated. Oh no, he goes. No, he's validated. I think out loud. There's a 1:04.8 for Nico, and it puts him at first right now in qualifying session number 1. We have Bramble Yoda going towards the finish line, but he hasn't validated his lap time. Then we have another Red Bull, it's Veggie, I think. He hasn't validated it. It's very easy here to invalidate your lap time, I'm not gonna lie. Racer didn't validate his first hot lap of the session. We have two cargo coming up once again. Is he setting another hot lap? I think he is. Or has he backed out of this one? He's invalidated it. Anonymous going towards the finish line right now. He didn't invalidate his lap time. He's 105.3. Puts him in third for now. We have Luke Rochefort right now goes to third, 105.3. We have the Mojang going towards the finish line now is a 106.7, which puts him in 6th place. We have McLaren going towards the finish line, that will be below him, I think. He did an outlap or something, it's a 136.8. We have an Alpine, I think it is. We have Alfa Romeo now coming towards the finish line. McLaren Senna 63 goes to 6th place, 105.8. And we have Lowen there in the wall. We have him in the wall at the end of section of turn 1. And that's not a really good start from him for today's Grand Prix here. We have Veggie going towards the finish line, I think. Yeah, he did already. We have an AlphaTauri going towards the finish line, and Luke Rochefort, I think. Yeah, he goes to a 105.2, but he invalidated it. Page didn't validate, I think. Yeah, it's a very easy track to invalidate the lap time on. We have the Alpi coming up of Squan right now. He goes to P7 with a 105.8. We have another Alfa Romeo coming up, McLaren Senna again, I think. Oh no, what it was? Yeah, it's McLaren Senna. He didn't validate his lap time there. We have Veggie, I think, he's coming towards the pit lane. He did validate his lap time a few times now. Let's go for another set of softs, I think. Race is going towards the finish line here. It is a 106.1, puts him at 8 with that. We have Harris on intermediate tires. So why is he on intermediate compound here? I think he doesn't want to waste any tires. But it doesn't look like it rains, so yeah. Don't know about that choice. We have Shave here, we have another Alpine of Squan again. He didn't validate his lap time, he's going for one more run, I think. Maybe an in-lap. Alfa Romeo for McLaren Senna's coming up once again. Will he improve on his time? I think he won't. No, he didn't improve on his time. That's him still on P7 for the moment. So we have... Who is that? Oh, there's a Red Bull coming towards the finish line, but I think he... Yeah, he's going to pit lane. Harris is going towards the finish line. It will be very interesting what to see. Oh yeah, as an intermediates. Forgot about that. 113.7. We have Lowen coming up, I think. He goes to a... I validated his lap time. Pagey goes 5th with 105.4. Shade is going for a hot lap right now because he didn't set the lap time yet, you know, and there's only 10 minutes remaining in a qualifying session. Let's stay on board with Shade. I'm very curious to see what he can do here. We're at this track in Austria. Or is Alfa Romeo maybe in a hot lap? He's on an out lap. The Haas are both in out laps. Yeah, he's the first one. Or McLaren maybe. Or Vlowen. McLaren of Vlowen is in front of him. I think Lowen is in... Oh, went a bit wide there. Didn't validate his lap time, luckily for him. And I think he will go to a personal best right now. Yeah, he will. Definitely will. But what will this lap time be? Well, low it will be a 106.2. Puts him in 10th place. We have Shade, who takes over 10th place, 106.1. They had about the same pace there. We have a Red Bull coming towards the finish line. But that's Veggie was on an out lap, I think. There's a Mercedes coming towards the finish line, but a Cargo was in an out lap. We have SC1 retired from the session, but yeah, he knows he's qualified himself for qualifying session number 2 at that time, so he decides to back off of it. Chrome Dog coming towards the finish line on 6.1, but he invalidated it, I think. Same for Bramble Yoda. They all need to set times right now because, yeah, otherwise they'll be out of qualifying session number 1. One of them will be out. But who will it be? That's the question. Logan goes very wide there. He should pit, you know, for a new set of softs. We have Mojang going toward, we have Veg going towards the finish line. That will be very interesting here. Veggie 105.3 puts him in 4th place for now. We have 2 cars going towards the finish line. He's improving, and he did improve. 105.4 is 2 times up on his own time. Puts him in 7th place for now. But the times are really tight, as you guys can see on my screen as well. Times are really tight here. Cronodog's going towards the finish line, 105.9, puts him in 10th place for now. We have Bramble Yoda going to P8, 105.4. And then Harris is in the danger zone for now. He is most likely to drop out of qualifying if he doesn't go out on softs or something, or mediums. I would prefer softs, obviously. In qualifying session number 1, there's no point in going in the mediums. Lowen going towards the finish line here. 105.7 puts him in 10th place, and I think he's qualified himself for qualifying session number 2 with that. So I won't take too many risks right now. And just bring it home. Just bring it home safely right now. Bring the car back in one piece, and it will be qualified session number 2. We have a Haas coming up. It's a Bramble Yoda again. He's 1/10 down in his own time, and did he just spin it? Or is he just... Yeah, he spun it. He spun it. I was riding on board with him, alright. We have Luke Ross come towards the finish line. It's going to be very interesting here. 104.8, but it was invalidated. And that would have been the provisional pole if he didn't invalidate that. Bramble Yoda. Car still one piece. Lowen going on to wait for another driver there. I think that's Racer. Yeah, it is in the Williams. Can you show tires? Yeah, of course I can show tires, man. These are the tires everyone is on qualifying session number 1. There's always everyone who's out on soft compound. So yeah, everyone is basically on softs. Nico is for now the fastest driver in qualifying session number 1 with 4.8. We have right now an Alpha Tower going towards finish line. Luke Rochford again, but the one of 4.8 again, but he didn't validate it again. Oh, he's really on a mission, isn't he, Luke Rochford? He is really on a mission right now. Will be one to watch out for as well. We have Bramble Yoda going towards the finish line here. 112. That's not enough to improve. We have an Aston Martin coming up, but that is probably an outlap. Anonymous on an outlap, yep. I think Mojang is on a hot lap, if I'm not mistaken. He is 86 thousandths up in sector 1 in his own time. He's almost 2 tenths up in the second sector, but that's not going to move him up the grid for now. Mojang is coming towards the finish line right now, and what will it be for him in the Haas? And he didn't validate it in the last turn there, went really wide, and he didn't improve on his time either. Rochford is coming towards the pit. Krondog is on an outlap. We have Bramble Joda. He is 37 thousandths down in his time. If you can take this, oh, I invalidated it. Anonymous hasn't validated it, so he will not improve. We have who's out on track, Racer I think it is. He's validated it as well. It's Mojang. Mojang has validated it again. And we have Krondog. He's 110 down in his own time in sector 1 as we're coming up to sector 2 right now. We're on sector 2, we're coming up to sector 3. 110 down in his time. And he invalidated it there. Is Mojang going for another hot lap here? Took that pretty clean there. Bramble Yoda's on the hot lap I think as well. No, validated it. Mojang is 1 tenth up in his own time in sector 1, so this will be a very interesting one for sure. If he can go up by 1 place, just push out Shade or Racer, that would be great for him in the Haas here. Because Harris is most likely to go improve in that time. Oh, he lost control over the car there a bit I think. Went up the gravel, up the grass. Sector 2 is not... Oh, and that's an invalidation. Didn't validate it there. That's really weird in my opinion. 2 tenths down on his time. Is Anonymous on the hot lap? He wasn't. Mojang coming towards the finish line. It is a 107.1. It's not an improvement. Krondog is coming. He's invalidated it again. Bramble Joda is coming. He's not invalidated for now, but he's 4 tenths down. Harris is on an outlap, so this is going to be an interesting one because he is the current championship leader. He won last race here in Bahrain, and I think this will be... Is he going for one run? I think just doing one run, that is really risky around Austria because he can easily invalidate your lap around this track. If he doesn't get this right, he's out of qualifying. No pressure at all. Or just 2 runs. He can do 2 runs. All right. Will be a bit less risky then. Let's go on a hot lap with him. Going towards turn 1 here. Very nicely took in there. Let's see here. He's 1.5 seconds up in his own time, and he's just put in a 113.7. But a bit wider, I think he will lose a few tenths there. Just needs to put himself ahead of Mojang and Shade and Racer, and he is through. What is his pace going to be like in Austria? In Bahrain the pace of Harris was absolutely tremendous, but what is it in Austria because it's a different track? He's 5.6 seconds up on his time. And he hasn't validated it here, so he has 1 more run right now. And he didn't validate his lap time here. So... will Harris be out of qualifying session number 1 by the end of this qualifying session? That will be... it would have been pole position, would have been no pole position, but P1, Q1 for now. Will we see early drama here in Austria as we see someone going up to place against Krondog or something? Or the race is going up to place. Puts his Williams up to 10. Harris, are you going to drop out of qualifying session number 1 or are you going to Q2? That's the question right here. He's really pushing. He's taking the risk, I think. I wouldn't do that if I were him. Just set yourself through to qualifying session number 2 and you'll be fine. Really nicely taken there, but no tricky spot of the track to invalidate it. It's the last sector, the last few turns here. To take it well, I think. Yeah, there's not an invalidation. I think Harris will go P1 with that. 104.4 for Harris, and he puts himself in P1 with that. 4/10 faster than Nico at the moment. So it's not early drama here. It's Mojang will drop out of qualifying session number 1 here in the Haas, and I'm just in time. We'll try go for the back of the grid up to P1, he said in the chat. So oh, Veggie, did Harris leave? Didn't see that. But he puts himself up in P1, so... Oh, he left before, alright. There's still 15 drivers on the run for pole position right now, and there's 2 guys who won't be, and these are Mojang, and I'm just in time. As we see, as what I just said, these 2 are out of qualifying session here, and these other 15 drivers will carry on towards qualifying session number 2. And now it's going to be very interesting who is going on out on mediums and who's going out on softs. Now it's very interesting to see these strategies here. So yeah, we'll see about that. I think half of the field will go mediums, half of the field softs. It's most likely. Guys who are top 5 will probably go to mediums and try to qualify themselves on that for qualifying session number 3 and start on the mediums in the race. As we have 13 guys watching this stream, and that's really awesome, guys. I really appreciate the support. As we someone moves on an outlap, this is Racer. Racer is the first guy that comes out on an outlap here in qualifying session number 2. He's on soft. Let's see about the tire compounds everyone's going to choose for. Nico will go for mediums. SJ the one will go for mediums. Lowen for mediums. Pagey for mediums. The rest are Veggie on mediums. They're all just choosing the tires for now. Let's ride on board with Racer. He's the first one we will probably set in hot lap. So we'll ride on board with him for the time being. Yeah, as I showed the tires right now on your screen. Like I said, half of the field are mediums, half of the field are softs. That's most likely. It's almost always a thing. Racer going for his first hot lap of the session here. Well, I think it was P10 qualifying session number 3, so will be very tight, I think, to qualify himself. Really nice taking there from Racer. Really nice. That turn 1. Also really nicely took the turn 3 there. As he tries to pick a bit of slipstream from Veggie there. Tries to win a 10 or something with it, of even with thousands of a second. Everything counts right now in these stages of qualifying. Let's see. Ooh, it goes wide. I think there's an invalidation, isn't it? It isn't an invalidation, actually. It isn't an invalidation there from him. Oh, I forgot to put in lap data. Alright, just in time. It is 1:05.6, the first lap time of the session here. Two cargoes coming on soft, and that's going to be interesting. He goes for a 1:05.4, it's 2/10 faster. SJ1 is coming in, isn't he? What happened there? Did he crash? I think SJ1 crashed out. That's him out of qualifying session number 2, and he was P3 or something in qualifying session number 1. He crashed it out on the last straight, I think. Let's try it from board with Bramble Joda. Maybe you can see it then. What has actually happened there? Yeah, he crashed out. He literally crashed out there. And that's him out of qualifying session. Pagey goes fastest on the mediums, 1:05.4. We have Anonymous right now, is 1:27.6. It's not reliable at all. We have... is it Squan? No, it's not Squan, it is... again, two car going towards the finish line. Will be a 1:05.0, his fastest time for now in qualifying session number 2. Luke Rochford is going towards the finish line. He goes fastest 1:04.6 on the mediums, and I think he will qualify himself with that for qualifying session number 3, no doubt about that. There's a really fast time there from him. Is Pagey going for another lap? He has a Haas behind him, you know. If he isn't improving, he might just move out of the way. As we see Kronendog. Oh no, he's just backing out. He's just going out of the way. Bramble Choda, that's in the validation there. There's a spin as well. When he's in the pit entry exit, needs to get out there as soon as he can. Ooh, see someone going besides him. Ooh, yeah, okay. Nobody taken out there with Bramble Joda. Lowen is on an outlap. We have two cargo on a... no, he's going into pit lane. Luke Rochford is coming towards the pit line, I guess, yeah. Where is that going towards the finish line? Towards one. That's Nico. Nico is one of the guys to watch out for as well today. He's on the medium compound, has a really nice line taking the third one. Let's ride on board with him for this lap. Esquan's on hot lap as well. Maybe ride on board with him first because we'll first want to cross the finish line right now. 45.6 in sector 2. We're now coming towards the last turns of this track here in Austria. Really short sector there. He goes, Squan goes to a 1:05.4, but he invalidated it, I think. So you see Nico going out right now, and I think that will be a 1:05 low, but in terms of see it right now. 1:04.9, alright, that puts him in P2, I think. He qualified himself, but for qualifying session number 3 for that. On the medium compound as well. Almost lost control of the car there. Mikael Senna coming in for his hot lap. It will be a 1:05.9, puts him in P8. He definitely needs to go again, I think. Because Harris is still in the pits as well. Veggie still in the pits. We have a Haas on an outlap. Aston Martin is on an outlap. We have the Mercedes of 2 cargo on an outlap. Nico on another hot lap, or is he on? Is he just doing it in lap? He's on another hot lap, I think. We just invalidated it. All right, he has validated it, and Lowen wasn't taking too many risks there. He put it in a 1:05.3 actually, and that's P4 for him for the moment, and he might qualify himself with that for qualifying session number 3, but I'm not sure. There's still 7.5 minutes remaining, so yeah. It'll be an interesting one for sure. Squad is on 4-lap old softs and he didn't put it in the time yet. That's really worrying me, you know. If you qualify yourself for qualifying session number 3 with that, you need to start on 5-lap old softs right now, and that's not really ideal. Just tries to put in a lap time, I think. Yeah. It will be a 1:05.4, that's P6 for him, it's 5-lap old soft, so wouldn't recommend starting on these. Veggie on an out lap. We have 2 cars going towards the finish line, I think. One is 6.3, 1.2 seconds slower at the moment than Luke Rocheford's time. Brandon Senna is 3.6 seconds down on his own time. We have Pagey coming up next on the soft compound. He wasn't too sure about it to qualify himself for Q3 with that run on the mediums, so he decides to go for the soft compound to be sure he qualifies himself for qualifying session number 3. Seen Alpha Tauri standing, what was it? There's a Rebel standing down the track. That's Veggie, I think, isn't it? Yeah, Veggie has crashed it, I think. I think he's lost his front wing as well. He crashed it there. That's a really interesting part, actually, the crash. Yeah, we can see he crashed. His tires are really overheating. He didn't lose his front wing, you know, but I think he has some damage. Harris on this outlap right now, in the medium compound as well. Let's see, Veggie, will he decide to come into the pit lane, or has he no damage? He doesn't have any damage apparently. Hopefully his tires aren't too hot. 139.5, P12 for him with that run, but yeah, you know, he crashed in that lap. Pagey didn't validate that he's going towards the pit lane. 2 cargo is not improving. Harris is coming right now, and that is really, that will be really very curious to see actually where he will end up. I think he's going to be P1, you know. 1:04.3 in the medium compound. Yeah, that is qualified session number 3 for Harris there. Really awesome pace again from him, as we also saw in Bahrain. His pace was incredible. We have Bramble Joda coming towards the finish line here. It is in 1:19.8, but it's in 1:05.5 his best time. Will he qualify himself for that for qualifying session number 3? I'm not too sure about that actually. I think Loam will qualify himself with it. But Veggie is, yeah, he's most likely going to improve in that time. Shade, I don't know about Shade to be fair. Oh, went really wide there. We have Loam still on an outlap. Trying to let Harris pass, I think. Yeah. But Harris is on an in lap. You'll come to the pits at the end of this lap probably. And we get a 5 place grip penalty for Bramble Joda for a collision with Veggie. So he collided some with Veggie there and he gets a 5 place grip penalty. That's not ideal in Austria. Not ideal at all. Who crashed out? Is that... Oh! That was Shade. And Veggie just... Yeah, he didn't validate this time again. And he's lost his front wing with it. Yeah. We always say goodbye to Veggie at the end of this qualifying session. I hope we don't, but... Anonymous is up on his time. Let's ride on board with him and Aston Martin here. Can he push out Racer to... can he push out Racer here? Not too sure about it. 21 seconds up. He's on. It's going to be a 105, I think. But where will that put him? Because there's loads of guys on 105s. Only 6% ERS right now from to use. He goes for a 105.8, and that's 11th place for him there. And yeah, he still needs to improve on that if he wants to go to qualifying session number 3 with that, and he validated this lap in the first turn already. We have Pagey on a hot lap 110 down on his time, but let's see what he can do right now. Can you improve on that? On that 105.4? No, he can't. Lowen made an error, I think. We need to ride on board with these guys because these guys are battling for it right now to go to qualifying session number 3. It's between Bramble, Joda, Racer, Anonymous, McLaren, Senna, Veggie, and Shade. But Shade doesn't have enough time with Senna as well, so these two are already out of qualifying. It is McLaren who's out of qualifying, and also Shade will be out in qualifying. Let's ride on board with Veggie because he really needs to improve on his lap time, otherwise he's just out of qualifying session number 2, and that will be very surprising in my opinion. It will be really surprising to see that. 700's up. He's on what? 39.5 is best time. It doesn't seem correct to me, but okay. In the Rebel Veg, what is he going to do? Is he going to qualifying session number 3 or isn't he going to qualifying session number 3? Isn't going nowhere. What's the sector 2 time like? 45.4. I don't think he'll qualify himself for that for qualifying session number 3, to be fair with you. Or will he? Coming towards the last corner here of the track. Will he qualify himself? 105.6? Yes, he will. Yeah, he will. 105.4 and 8 place for him. And Racer is out of qualifying. So Veggie pushed out Racer in qualifying session number 3, qualifying session number 2 here. We'll say goodbye to SJ, the one who crashed out in the last turn here in Austria, the first turn. What do you call it? Shea is out of qualifying, McLaren is out of qualifying, Anonymous Racer is the last one who's out on qualifying. Bramble Joda made it to qualifying session number 3 alongside Krondog, Veggie, Beiji, Squan, Lowem, Tugago, Nico, Luke Rochford, and of course championship leader Harris. Bramble Yoda gets a 5 place grid penalty, so if it doesn't qualify in the top 6, that will put up Racer 1 spot and Anonymous put up 1 spot. Let's see what is going to happen in qualifying session number 3. It will be a very interesting one for sure. If I need to call someone who will be in pole position, I think it might be Harris, but I'm not sure. But Nico Rochefort looking fast as well. As is, let's see, those are really the favorites for me to qualify on pole positions. Harris, Luke Rochford and Nico, I think. So let's see if I'm right or not. Let's see if someone can prove me wrong. as we had the qualifying session number 3 here today. Still gonna ask if you can put the league Discord. I think Veggie did. Veggie did it a few times already. So that's the link to join the league we're racing in today here. 107% Racing League is an Australian based league, to be fair. Who will be the first one who start the engine here in qualifying session number 3 to go on an out lap? We're going on board with them, there's no doubt about that. It is a Mercedes. It's at Harris. No, it's two cargo probably. It's two cargo again who comes out first with a Ferrari behind him of Nico. And then already, is it Loam? Yeah. Nico is one of the favorites to qualify himself with pole position right now, and two cargo is one of the outsiders in my opinion. So yeah, we'll see about that. These are the first two that are on track, and they're two, like, one outside, one favorite for the pole position, so yeah. Let's see with two cargo here. Let's ride on board with him. Two cargo in the Mercedes. Mercedes have a really strong pair of drivers to in this league. They really have. Two cargo starting his hot lap right now, so don't invalidate it in turn 1. I would say it's a very easy turn to do it. A really nice turn. Nico didn't invalidate as well. There's Nico trying to hunt down two cargo, obviously, because he's right behind him. He's right at the tail of him. Not right at the tail, but you can see him. As we can see here, coming towards sector 3 right now in Austria. It is a 44.9. I think it's a really good time actually. It might be a really good time for two cargo, but it's just its first lap time. It's two cargo. Merck is going for a 104.8. Is Nico going for 104.7? Is one not even a 10 faster. Bramble Jodo's on an out lap. We have Pagey. Pagey in the McLaren right now. Going towards the last turns of strike here, Pagey. Really not. Oh, there's a validation there thing, isn't it? Isn't that a validation? I think it isn't. The 105.1. Didn't know how that wasn't a validation, but alright. Squan's coming towards the finish line with a 105.0. Bit faster than Pagey for the moment. There's Kroondog coming towards the finish line. Kroondog goes to a 105.2. Puts him at P5 for the moment. Two cargo coming towards. Nice, he's going into pit. Rochford coming towards the finish line now. That's not a really reliable time, is it? Did it validated as well. Bramble Joda coming towards the finish line. A 105.4 puts him at P6 with that. Pagey is. Oh, he's only 45 thousandths down in his time right now. Really nice taken. That is definitely a validation, isn't it? How is that? What cheats are you using, Pagey? How isn't that a validation? I want a 4.9 for him in P3. Ocon didn't improve. We have Veggie who's starting his hot lap right now. We have Krondar who is going to pit lane. We have Squan who is just standing still. I think he spun it in the end of second one. Oh, and then right into the barrier. Went right into the barrier there. As you see Luke Rochford coming towards finish line on 4.3, and that's provisional pole for him there. And Harris is just watching for the pit lane right now, but yeah, I think he will come out in the last few minutes of qualifying here to do a few laps in. That's not a reliable time there. Low on an out lap, Beatty on a in lap, Veggie's on the hot lap, and there's an invalidation there from him, so what can Veggie produce with that time? Really nicely taken here. DRS open on the Red Bull, there's a 1 of 5.8 and it was an invalidation, which didn't show it on my screen, but alright. Luke Rochford coming towards the pit lane. Done his job. Squan on an in lap. We have 2 Cargo on an out lap. So he's going for a second run and Harris hasn't even put in 1 run right now. So yeah. 2 Cargo, what can you do for pole position right now? Can you put Luke Rochford under pressure here? And Harris under pressure as well. Two Cargo coming towards the end of sector 1 here. 32 thousandths up on his time. If you can keep the momentum, you might push Nico to third here. For the time being. Really nicely taken there. Really nice line from 2 Cargo. I think he might improve in his time, you know, with this run. Not going too wide there. Oh, a bit of the throttle. That will cost him some time. 85 thousandths up in his time. So provisionally he will push off Nico to third place. He will go to second place with this run. But can he keep the momentum going here in the last turns? He might. It is a 104.9 and it wasn't even an improvement on his time. Lowen is now the first one who crossed the finish line. What can he produce here in the McLaren? Oh, he spun it! He spun it right there. And he's in the grass. Luckily for him, he didn't hit the barrier. But yeah, as you can see, his tires are really overheating right now. These tires are really overheating. Don't go full neutral, just lose control, as we can see him losing control and losing his front wing. And that's him going towards the pit lane, I think. And why is he owning medium tires? It's qualifying session number 3, it should be actually on the softs to qualify as high as you can here. Alright, Harris is on an out lap. 2 Cargos on an in lap. We have Squan on an out lap. We have Page on an out lap. There's more guys going to come on an out lap. Pretty sure of it. First one will be Squan. He's on a hot lap right now. Page will start his hot lap right now. He's 110 down on his time and it's not looking really good for Alpine there. It's for the second run of him, it's not looking really good. But might get it, you never know. Squan in the Alpine right now. Going towards sector 3 here. He's going really wide there, yeah. Not an invalidation. 55 thousandths down on his time. And he decided to back off. of that run. Pagey on a hot lap, he's a bit up on his time. In sector 2 he is 11 thousandths up on his time. 11 thousandths. So it might be an improvement, but will it be enough to push Cargo to 4th place? I don't think so, but maybe we get a really good sector 3 here. It is a 105.0. Harris is going towards the finish line, I think. That will be a very interesting one. Harris here, one of the main guys to watch out for pole position. And 44.4 is really fast. In sector 2, will it be enough to push off Luke Rochefort to 2nd place? Let's see about that. I think it will be very tight here. The 103.9 is a really good lap there from Harris. 103.9. Will there be someone who can do 103? It's the first guy we see today to put a 103 in. To Cargo on an outlap. He's going to start his last run, I think. Yeah, it will be his last run. Squan will start his last run. So much going on right now on track. Let's try and board with Luke. Oh no, he's validated his lap time. Harris is again improving. He was 1 tab in sector 1, I think. 44.3 is up on his time. 52,000 up on his time. It could be 103.8 here if he really gets this right. Harris coming towards the finish line here. It is a 103.924, but I think he validated it. Yeah, he validated it in the last turn of the track. Luke Rochefort validated it this lap time. Lowen going towards the finish line for his first and only run of qualifying session number 3, and that's really not a good time. It's P9. Bramble Joda's up on his time as well. Nico finished in P3 for the moment. Page going towards the finish line. The only one on a really hot lap, I think, is Bramble Joda, and he's not improving. I think what is now on your screen will be the grid order for tonight's race here in Austria, with Harris on pole and Luke Rochefort in 2nd place. I think he validated it, yeah. Waiting on Harris to cross the finish line, and then that is Q3 over here in Austria, and Harris is keeping his momentum from Marine going here. He's 4 tenths faster than the 2nd place and 8 tenths faster than 3rd place of Nico. Oh, Veggie Bend in exit turn 1. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I think I did see that. But there's so much going on track. This is still P10, this is still possible to put yourself up in top 5, it's still possible. Oh, he crashed on purpose, alright, yeah. No guys have taken grip penalties as far as I can see, so that's really nice to see. Bramble Joy does a 5th place, so put him to P13 with that run. So yeah, that's Racer up to P10 then. The main event is about to start really soon here in Austria, and I think this will be really interesting, and hopefully we don't get a red flag this time, because last time around it was, yeah, he asked the guys that drove that race, it was really carnage in the beginning stages of that race. Race will start in a few seconds from now, other formation that will start, and afterwards we'll have the main event, the race. Toby Harris back up the field, and who is that already out on the grass? Is that Veggie? I think it is. Really not having his day today, but... And Lone has been disqualified from the session. Shade has been disqualified from the session. So you can get a nice overview of all the different drivers out here, around here in Austria. And it looks very sunny here. So I think this won't be really tricky to drive on. It's a really short formation lap. Obviously Austria is a really short circuit, but it's so easy to run out of ERS on this lap, so that's gonna be key today, to save your ERS to the right time. That's gonna be key today. Chrono has been disqualified from the session as well, as his racer. That doesn't really matter, it's only the formation lap. Who is starting what tire actually is going to be very interesting. Top 3 are starting on mediums. We have Tukag on softs, with Pagey and Squan on mediums. With Chrono Galome on softs, Veggie and Racer on mediums. We have Anonymous on softs, and all the rest of the grid is on medium compound. It's going to be a very interesting race here in Austria. We're waiting for the lights to go out here. And we are almost underway here. Lights out here in Austria, and I think Harris has a really good start, but so has Luke Rochefort, who's right on his tail. And we have Lowen of Pagey is it spinning out. I think it was Pagey spinning out. Was it Lowen? It was Lowen. It was Lowen. That's absolute carnage already in the first, not even turn 1. What will happen here? We have Luke Rochefort going on the inside of Harris here. Harris doing a little switchback round there. 5-second penalty for Mojang. Collided with McLaren, gained 1 place. He didn't return that place, and he caught himself a 5-second time penalty with that. So we have Harris overtaking Luke Rochefort back again, and Luke Rochefort's going back to the inside of Harris here. Almost contact there, but it's a really clean drive there from all of them. Yeah, it's really close here. That's what we like. It's really tight here in Austria for now, and we have Harris, Luke Rochefort, and Nico, and 2 cargo. Oh, and we have someone crashed out. I think that might be. I'm just in time. It's crashed it out, and Harris put in the fast lap of the race, as we have a little battle here for second and third place to Nico and Rochefort, and 2 cargos trying to benefit from it as well. He wants a piece of it as well. The teammate of Harris is down on the inside of the Alpha Tower. Now he's backing off of it. He decides better with it, and we have a crash of Bamble Yoda in sector 1, turn 1. So 2 horses are really not having a day today. They're really not having the day. And Brabble Choda has left the session. He decides to call it a day, I think. And Mojang is in the pit. Not the day Haas had hoped for here. And we have a... Is that Pagey? Is that Lowen again? Lowen crashing out. And he's not having his day once again. He reset it to track. I don't know what the rules are about that, but he reset it on track. And he spins it again there, yeah. His tires are really overheating. Nico cruised a fast lap of the race, won a 7.1 on the medium compound in the Ferrari here. And he's right behind Harris right now. right behind Harris. Is going for the attack here. DRS is open. DRS. Oh, Harris is down the inside. Forces Nico down the outside. Trying to switch back, but that's not happening. As we have Nico down the inside of Harris now. Nico goes to first place. Harris doing a switch back. Harris is still in first place here. There's a really nice battle from these two guys here. Luke Rochefort is in the mix as well for him. 2 cargo already 1 second behind him. 9/10. Alright. So he's still running as well. So everything is still possible here. It's all to drive for in Austria here. Harrison really needs to work for it here. He really needs to. And we have Nico crashing it out. Oh. But might he have damage, and Veggie crashed it out as well. Veggie crashed it out. And we have a safety car. We have a safety car here. And will people decide to go to the pits at the end of this lap? Because there's a safety car, might switch strategies. And where did actually put it in? Where did you bin it then? Veggie there on the left hand side here. Just before the last corner. As that is the first safety car of the Grand Prix here. Veggie, what happened? I think, did you bin it in the last 2 turns there? That particular section of the track. As far as I could see, you just spun it there, I think, on one of the curbs. But that's Veggie out here of the race, and yeah, that was one of the outsiders as well, actually, to win today, or just gain a podium today. Harris was really hesitant there about going to the pits. 2 cargo is going to the pits. He's on soft, I think he might switch to mediums. Nico is on mediums. I think it's too early to go to hards right now, isn't it? What is he going to do? Another set of mediums. For Nico there we have... And a new front wing, yeah, new front wing, that's the main part I think. For Nico, he did spin it in the last turn of the track there. Was very likely not to crash out. With Lowen was getting a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane and spinning it again, and oh yeah. He's really not having his day. It was like that in Bahrain as well. That's really not good for the self-confidence. We are behind the safety car here, and this is really weird because there was a new safety car introduced, wasn't there? And we can see the old safety car now on track. There's the Mercedes safety car, not the Aston Martin safety car. Don't know what the explanation is for that, but that's really weird to see actually. Safety car is not in this lap, we'll stay out for 1 or 2 more laps even, I don't know, I think 1 more lap will stay out. As we're crossing the finish line to go to lap 6 here. What are the position changes here today? I'm just in time, who grabbed the podium last week. He is in 8th place here. He gained 9 places during the first 6 laps here of this Grand Prix. Racers up 5 places, with Kronik up 3 places, Squanners up 3 places. We have Shade up 4 places and Mojang's up 1 place. Then we have Nico down 10 places, obviously because of the pit stop there. We have Lowen down 8 places, he's not having his day. 2 Cargos down 5 places, he did pit as well. And Page is down 1 place. In terms of the tires, almost everyone's on mediums. Lowen is on hards. That's really risky there from him. And we have Cronedog on softs and Anonymous on softs as well. We have Lowen as a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Will the safety car decide to go in on the end of this lap? Would be a late call. It's a really late call there, but it is in this lap. Safety cars in this lap, a really late call there. And Luke Roche was trying to benefit already here. He's really at the tail here of Harris. When is he deciding to go? He has not decided to go yet. And how is somebody overtaking each other? It's really madness. But Harris decided to go right now, and Rochefort had to expect that. And what is going to happen though in this turn 1 here, because that's going to be really interesting here for sure. Any carnage on the safety car restart? I don't think so. We have a battle for first place, but oh, we have Lowen again, I think. Yeah, crashing it out again. Yellow flag is sector 1. Will that cause another VSC or SC maybe? No, it won't. We have Harris now in first place with Luke Rochefort just behind him. Down on the inside of Harris here. And he goes up to first place for the moment. So that's Luke Rochefort up in first place with Harris in second place for the moment. We have Squan in third place. Racer gets a 3-second time penalty, which will really affect his end result. It really will in Austria. Yellow flags again in sector 2 and 3. I think that is Mojang. It is Mojang who spun it, and Lowen has benefited from that. Will it cause a VSC? No, it won't. Rochefort still leading here, and we have a battle for A place in between Beiji, 2 Cargo, and Nico. And we are with 3 next to each other almost. Really close to each other here. It's really close to each other, and Senna's making the move there. Yeah, I think 2 Cargo and Nico will be flying through the field right now, because these two are really fast, and I'm just in time as fast as well. He started from the back of the grid, so these 3 will really be on the hunt right now. They're really hunting these guys down here. Lowen gets another 3-second time penalty for I think it is exceeded track limits. Yeah, exceeded track limits indeed. Battle for first place is still going on between Luke Rochefort and Harris here. They're only 3 tenths separating them, and Lowen has spun it out once again. And DRS is being enabled this lap, so DRS, you can use DRS from now on. And I think that's what Harris will do, and he has loads of DRS to use as well. Harris will be going to first place, I think, after this straight here. Yeah. Rochefort really at the tail of him right now. He will get DRS right now from Harris, so can he do something with that? Harris is really using the ERS to make the move really count, and that's what happened there. Harris is going up to first place once again, and we have someone spun it out. Is that Nico? I really don't hope it's Nico. It is Nico who bended there in the third turn of the track. I think it's turn 4 5. Another one's come off. Is that Harris? Harris has come off! As we've not like right on board with him for 1 second, and Harris has spun it. He spun it there, and that, yeah, and we have. I'm just time spinning as well. I think he spun it in the pit lane. What is going on here? I hope he doesn't get disqualified for it. He doesn't. Harris is spinning for a new front wing. Oh, Squan is now only 6 tenths behind Luke Rochefort. Oh, Harris, who was leading the race, battling up with Luke there, and he just spun it, and he has gone for a set of medium tires here. So there's Harris and I'm just in time making mistakes. And these two are really like outside. Harris is one of the favorites to win, and I'm just time is one of the outsiders as well. And we have Lowen, who spun it out. He did spun out, and will that cause a VSC or a maybe a full safety car? I don't know. I don't think so. Mojo gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings here. It doesn't cause anything, alright. It's nice to see. Nico now going 1-7 with one fastest out of the race for him. Chrome Dog going to the inside of SJ the one there. And he's up to third place with that, and Alfa Romeo is Chrome Dog. SJ the one trying to counter-attack him down the inside here. Really nice move from him there. And there is the Williams of Racer, who wants a piece of it as well. Pagey gets a 3-second time penalty to his name. Oh, Racer wants to lie. Oh, he's... Oh, this contacted thing. They almost locked wheels there. And that Racer and Chrome Dog was a really nice battle here. As we can see here. Oh, but Squan is close in as well. And Racer made the move count on Chrome Dog. With a battle for first place between Squan and Luke Rochford, so that's our priority right now. Battle. Oh, and Nico has put in the fast lap again. One is 6.9. He has really some pace today, hasn't he? Racer again, 3-second time penalty. Is a 6-second time penalty channel from them total. As you can see, Squan spinning it. Oh, and he's lucky there not to crash out. Very lucky not to crash out there, you know. Front wing is still on, but I think might affect this race there. He will be in for a new front wing probably. There's a battle going on the track. Yeah, Squan and Pagey are really close to each other. Pagey is also really close to Chrome Dog here. It's only 4 tenths off. As Nico, oh, spins it! Nico spins it once again, and yeah, nothing to say about that. We have nothing to say about that. I think it was his own fault. Didn't really see what happened there, but Luke Rocher's in for new mediums. Does not go towards the end of the race. Nico's tires are really overheating. So, is he deciding to pit? No, he isn't. Squan is pitting for new front wing probably. What tires is he on? Are these mediums or hards? Harris up to 10th place for the time being. Oh, and there's a battle for 9th place between Harris and Nico. But Tukago is only 2 tenths of Racer for 2nd place right now. Can Tukago make the move count here on Racer? I think he will wait. He will wait till he has DRS. Rochford gets a 3-second time penalty there. Tukago was really aggressive defending there from Racer. That was really aggressive there. Oh, that shouldn't be allowed in my opinion. Nico spun it out once again. Tukago and Racer are locking wheels here. Yeah, there was no room for both of them there, and Racer had spun it there. Racer made contact with Tukago there. It was really aggressive there. It was too aggressive in my opinion from Racer. He didn't leave any room for Tukago to go next to. As Jay is actually leading this Grand Prix, and yeah, let's see what he can do in the Red Bull actually. Obviously Veg is supporting you. Teammates. Pagey now right behind Chrome Dog here. Oh, almost bins it. And Tukago is really close to it as well. Racer is pit in. Nico gets a 3-second time penalty. We exceed the track limits. As we're almost halfway this Grand Prix here. Tukago's now coming. He really wants a piece of this. Wants to get past these guys as soon as he can. Oh, Pagey going really wide there. That was a mistake from Pagey. I think it was contact between Pagey and Kronendorf. And Tukago goes in front of Kronendorf. Kronendorf is starting to defend here. He left some space, not too much, but he left some space. Tukago on the inside of Kronendorf here, and he makes the move count and is up to second place right now. What is Shea going to go for? He is on softs. He's really. And who has? Is that Luke Rochefort who spins it? Yeah. So he's spun it as well, Luke Rochefort. I think we've had all the favorites, almost all the favorites that spun it this race. That's making the race obviously really interesting here. Pagey only 5 tenths down on Kronendorf right now. Let's see, I'm just in time going in front of his teammate there to 11th place. This is a really intense race, and all the unexpected is really happening in my opinion right now, so yeah. It's a really fun race actually to do comes for, yeah. Page is still the same gap on Kronendorf. Harris is closing on Luke Rochefort. He's only 4 tenths down right now. He might decide to give it a go right now. Racer gets another 3-second time penalty. I think that is 9 for him now. And we have, is it Nico again? Nico has spun it again, and oh, Nico, that is really going to hurt the race result, isn't it? Harris still 4 tenths behind Luke Rochefort for now. He has the arrest, you know. Mojang gets another 3-second time penalty for exceeded track limits. Anonymous is in the pit lane, as we see Harris trying to make a move on Luke Rochefort, but for the moment it's not happening. Yeah, these two are very even on pace. We saw that in the battle for P1 and P2 there earlier on. Let's actually see the strategies these guys are going for. So SJ, the one I think needs to pit. He definitely needs to pit again. We have Page who needs to pit. Kronendorf is pitting right now. McLaren Senna needs to pit again. We have Nico who needs to pit. Definitely needs to pit again. Bramble Joda is going for hards. They will go towards the end, I think. Harris is still behind Luke Rochefort here. He's still behind him. Will it be able to make a move here? Or maybe the next straight? Get a nice slipstream from Luke Rochefort and dive maybe down the inside or the outside, depending on what Luke Rochefort chooses. The inside it is. And oh, almost locking wheels. Really close racing there. And Nico gets a 5-second time penalty, speeding the pit lane. And he decided to call it a day. Nico deciding to call it a day right now. This race wasn't too great, as we all could see. Spun it too much, and that's this race over for tonight. Actually, the one is in the pit lane. That's really interesting. What tires is he going to go for? So softs. Is he going for soft compound? I wouldn't recommend that going towards the end, but maybe he can. I don't know what he's able to do, but that would be really optimistic to bring these towards the end. Harris now, oh, and that's McLaren Senna. They just get out of the way. I think just get out of the way of Luke Rosberg and Harris there. Didn't raise them. This is really a battle which should be for P1 and P2 in my opinion. But they both binned at one point, so it would be nice to see them back in P3 and P4 actually. Harris going to go for it on the next straight, I think, at the finish line, or maybe the straight after that. Harris is waiting until the next straight, I think. That's really smart from him. He's putting the pressure really on Luke Rosberg as he going on the outside right now. And that's Harris up to P3, but can Luke counter that? Can he do a counter attack a bit on Harris? I think he might. Harris using probably all ZRS, yeah he is. He's using all ZRS right now. And he gets the third position with that. And a 3-second time but for Luke with the corner cutting. Did he really try something optimistic there, something heroic? He gets a 3-second time penalty for it, and that is 6 seconds for him to serve at the end. That's definitely all an advantage from the AlphaTauri. That's really is a nice battle here between P3 and P4. Has Harris binned it? I think Harris binned it. He almost binned it. Ooh, that was really scary to see actually there. SG1 goes up to 7th place right now because this McLaren Senna is pitting for softs. Dog and Racer are battling it out. As we can see, they're locking wheels really hard here. We have seen that Racer's a very aggressive defender, so yeah. Let's see what Dog is going to do about that. He's 4 tenths down at the moment, but he is on mediums, so Racer is on softs. And Luke Rosberg has another 3-second time penalty. I think that is 9 now. That's 6 and 2 laps. So yeah, that's really going to affect this race here. Why we have a sector, yellow flag is sector 2, there's nothing going on. There's even nobody in sector 2, and Harris is pitting, so he has some damage. He has some damage to his car. And I think it's raining. Isn't it raining right now? I think I saw a few thingies like putting on my screen. It is raining. Isn't it? Oh, this is making it really interesting right now. We see a few raindrops coming in. So yeah. Yeah. No, I'm free to show off it. I can really see it on the car. It's rain. But will this rain be away in a few laps, or will it continue to make it heavier right now? And Mojang is going for intermediates already. It seems to be really optimistic right now because the track is really dry for the moment. Let's see Mojang on board if the intermediates are the way to go right now or not. I think it's too early for that. Can see it here. Yeah, it's too early. It's too early for intermediates in my opinion. But Page is going for intermediates as well. Maybe Jeffrey recommended them, I don't know. But he's trying a bit of undercut to go for intermediates. Racer and Dog are really battling it out on track right now. On the medium compound you don't have much grip in the rain, and the softs you have more of it. And that's him. That's Racer breaking himself, and Dog goes up to 3rd place there. Racer deciding to give it a go on the inside here of Kroondok. Would be a really late call right now. And he does it! Oh, that is just reckless. It's 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, and I think he deserved that with that run. That was just really optimistic. Intermediates are still not the way to go with, not the tires to go with. You can see McLaren Senna closing in on Pagey very rapidly because he's an intermediate and McLaren Senna is on softs. The intermediates are not the way to go for right now. We have a yellow flag there, and I think that is Bramble. Joda Mojang is Mojang in the intermediate compound. Yeah, not the way to go for at the moment. McLaren Senna is overtaking Pagey right now. Yeah, he did. And he's up to P8 with that run. Harris is on softs in P10. But when does everybody decide to go on the intermediate compound? Harris now diving on the outside of Pagey, and he's up to 9th place right now. As you can see, the track really, like, it's looking really rainy right now, the track. Really standing a lot of water on track as well, so I think we should see some inters right now. Maybe 1 or 2 more laps and then will be time for the intermediate compound. I'm just time good. 3-second time penalty will be added to his race at the end of. Oh, and we spins it. Is it Squan? Squan spun it, and he's waiting for everyone to cross the finish line there. Till he decides to carry on in the Alpine. Ooh, goes into the barrier there with front wing. McLaren Senna only 4 tenths behind Harris actually. Will decide to give it a go on Harris. And really optimistic. I bet we'll see some guys crashing out. Because these tires have no grip at this point, I think. As you can see on track, there's loads of standing water. And I don't know if these tires have much grip right now. Intermediates are still slower as far as I can see. Because Pagey is still losing time with McLaren Senna, so it's still no inter time, is it? Cargo is going for the intermediate compound. He has pitted right now. Racer and SG1 are in as well for intermediate compounds probably. Both intermediates, I hope so, yeah. Who is in the pit lane? There's only these two running pit lane. The rest is trying to carry on. But I bet these tires have zero grip right now. Really zero grip. Harris just moves himself up to 4th place on the soft compound, but still needs to pit for an intermediate. So when is he deciding to do that? As we talk about spinning there, who is it? Is it Pagey spinning? Who was it? Was it Mojang? Bramble Joda? It was Mojang. Pagey was in it as well. This is, like Veggie says, this is really the Russian GP all over again. The last few laps it starts to rain and so see Harris almost spinning it. It's time for intermediates, I think, man. It's really time for intermediates right now. These tires have zero grip right now. You can see Harris going into the pit lane. Everyone's going to the pit lane right now. And Cargo's lead is he has so much advantage right now into his intermediates. It's really a great strategy, was he? And Mojang has been disqualified for going the wrong way. So that's him out of the Grand Prix as well. Cargo's 20 seconds in front. Ridiculous step from the Mercedes. Will there be a back-to-back Mercedes win then? First Harris, now 2 cargo maybe. Everyone is on intermediates, obviously. Who spun it out? Was it Quan? I think it was Quan, yeah. Spun it on the intermediates. He pinned this race there in that particular corner, and Pagey is in the pit lane. Yeah, he did spin and get some damage on. There's no really battle going on the track as far as I can see, as Quan is now closing in on Anonymous, I see. He's going to battle out Anonymous here. Yeah, he's in front of Anonymous right now. He's going to P11. Shade only 5/10 behind Pagey right now. As Harris is for the moment not in podium spot. He's not in the podium spot for the moment, but don't count out Harris just yet. It will be hard to get a podium spot here, but it definitely is still possible for him. Especially in these circumstances. There's really no battles going on the track at the moment. Apart from Shade and Pagey right now, we are within 8/10 of each other. With 2 cargo in the lead, 20.5 seconds off Luke Rocha. Doesn't need to take any risks, just bring it home safely and you win the Austrian Grand Prix here. Can we see at the lap time? Let me see. Harris has the fastest lap time for the moment, 6.2. That won't change because we're in slower tires right now. So Harris will probably grab the point for the fastest lap. Whereas everyone is on intermediates. Let's see if the time penalty is going to be very interesting as well. Race is on the 21-second time penalty. That will really affect this race here. Just in time has a 3-second time penalty. As Shader wants a 3-second time penalty username. Luke Rush with a 9-second time penalty, which puts him down to P3, I think. I think P3. Not too sure about that. Shade is still about 7/10 of Pagey. But Pagey has a 3-second time penalty, so if Shade just stays behind Pagey within 3 seconds, he grabs 9th place, and Pagey drops down to 10th place there. Really been a really interesting race here. I think we have had everything. We have dry weather, we have rain right now. In the last few laps of the Grand Prix, it's literally Sochi all over again. But I'm glad, as Veggie said, that nobody pitted, that everyone pitted and nobody stayed out like Lando there in Sochi, because that was really optimistic that already did. That wasn't really possible to do that. But he thought it was. Can't blame him. It could be his first GP win ever, so why not give it a try at some point? Now Shade is now a bit falling away from Page. He's 1.3 seconds. And Harris is really closing in, isn't he? He's really closing in. It was 6.9 seconds on SJD1. It's now 3.3 seconds, 3.2, 3.1, 3.0 right now. Yeah, it's he's really closing in, isn't he, Harris? He will definitely give it a go for the podium spot. I think with this standings, Harris will maintain his championship lead. Just in time will probably go to second, or maybe 2 cargo, I'm not sure about that. Two car just in time of battling out, but second, only two car has crashed it out in Bahrain, so it will be I'm just in time in second place. As for Graham Senna is another victim of the Austrian track limits, gets a 3-second time penalty to his name. Not really like battles going on at the moment. Everyone is just, I think we need to go on board with Harris because he's really closing it very fast on SJ1 there. He's really closing it so fast. Luke Roche with another 3-second time, but that's 12 to his name. Kroondok 3 seconds to his name right now. That's only a big advantage for Harris there. As you can see on your screen, this is really rainy right now. It will still be two cargo who will claim the Grand Prix victory here. Actually, the one is a bit struggling a bit, I think, there on this intermediate compound. And Harris isn't really struggling, in my opinion. He is flying towards the field. Someone going in the chat, hey, hi, what console do you play? We play on PS4 and PS5 platform in this league. Harris is now going to SJ1. He is within half a second, 2/10, and that is Harris up to P4. No point for SJ in battling him because this is a 3-second time penalty. Just name Harris hasn't got that. He now needs to close in a Kroondok to get a podium spot, and it needs to be 2.5 seconds within, I think, 4 laps. Will that be possible? I don't know. Someone's going to chat saying, can I join the league? Yeah, of course you can. I think Veggie is in the chat as well. Yeah, he just put it the Discord link in and you can join the league through that link. Harris is flying at the moment. He's 5 seconds behind Kroondok and needs to get it to 3 seconds if he wants to have a shot at P3. And maybe even P2. I think he will get P2, you know. If he gets it, he will get P2 in the end. And Kroondok will get P3 because Luke Rochefort has a really big time penalty of 12 seconds to his name. So it'll be Harris up to P2 if he can narrow that gap a bit. Still 3 laps remaining here in this Austrian Grand Prix, and race is now a 24-second time penalty. His name really needs to watch out, otherwise he will get disqualified at the end of this Grand Prix here in Austria. Harris is now really going for the race. So not a 3-second time, but that's 27 right now. That makes a total of 27 seconds. And yeah, he's really closing in now in this disqualification, isn't he? I think Harris will get P2 in the end. He is really closing in fast. 3.5 seconds now of Kroondok. He needs to get within 3 seconds to claim P2. Yeah, I think you've joined, he said in the chat. Yeah, I think you need to contact, I think, Veggie or Talent is in the Discord, and they will help you further in this league. Harris is now 3.4 seconds behind. He still needs to close in these 4/10s, you know. And I bet Kroondok is always loads of ERS to use, and Harris hasn't got loads of ERS, and Kroondok has. And he's using it right now in this straight. Harris is losing his, using his last ERS that he has to close down that gap. And he is now within 3 seconds of Kroondog. So it will put up Harris to P2 and Kroondog to P3 at the end. They both get a podium spot. And it will be a Mercedes 1-2 there today. Mercedes 1-2 today. I really set in advance. They really have a really strong team this season, so but they're one of the favorites to claim the constructor title, alongside Red Bull in my opinion as well. They're also really looking really strong. There's now Mercedes dictating the way as we go on board with 2 Cargo, because he is on his last lap of the Austrian Grand Prix. Cargo is now going towards the last sector of the track. Hopefully he doesn't make any errors, because that would have been really awful for him. That would be just Harris winning the Grand Prix. But Harris will be happy because his teammate who will win the Grand Prix will just not be happy. And who has spinned it there? Who spun it? SJ the one did. SJ the one spun. And I'm just in time, goes in front of him, but it was all about 2 Cargo today. 2 Cargo wins the Austrian Grand Prix here, and he brings it home for Mercedes here. We have Luke Rochefort, who's going to be 4th in the end, I think. And Shane and Pagey were actually lapped by 2 Cargo. That's really... Luke Rochefort going towards finish line P2 for the moment, but as you can see on the screen right now, here comes Kroondog and Harris. That's P2 and P3 for them. P2 for Harris, actually a Merc 1-2 here. We have I'm Just a Time going towards the finish line. He's going to claim P5, and SG the one's going to claim P6. I'm Just in Time claims P5, SG the one claims P6. If we clear the Senna, it goes to P7 probably. He will cross the finish line P7. And Annuma's now in P11. That racer just spinned it in the last turn of the track. I think he did, you know. Because he's lost his front wing there. And he's standing still on the circuit. And Bramble Joda is now 12. And he's reversing it on track, and I think that is him disqualified if he's not. What is he actually doing? He just needs to cross the finish line right now and get the points. Yeah, he does. Oh, he was on hard compound. He wasn't even on the intermediates. He was on the hard compound. That explains why. It was long all over again for him. Yeah, I was a bit impatient. I see here in the stream as 2 Cargo gets a nice selfie there. And there's a Mercedes 1-2 here today from 2 Cargo, and Harris. There you have your race results here today in Austria. We have 2 Cargo in P1 with Harris going home in P2. He will retain the championship lead. It will be Kroondog in P3, Luke Rochefort P4, and just time in P5, SG1 P6, McLaren come home in P7, we have Shade in P8, with Pagey in P9, Squan in P10, and then it was P11, Brad Majoy in P12, Racer P13, Mojang P14, Nico in P15, he DNF'd, Mojang DNF'd, Lowen DNF'd, and also Veggie DNF'd in the race. It was a really nice race to commentate on once again, guys. Thank you for having me today, and then I will go offline and see you guys next time around. for round 3 here in 107% Racing League. That was the stream, guys. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye bye.